What if I told you that while you're paying more tax than ever before, someone else just got a 3-year exemption? Not a British worker, not a struggling business owner, but foreign migrants brought in under Keir Starmer's latest so-called breakthrough deal. And the worst part? You're the one picking up the tab. Let's break it down. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more.
Well, this is a historic day for the United Kingdom and for India, because this is the biggest trade deal that we, the UK, have done since we left the EU, and it's the most ambitious trade deal that India has ever done. And this will be measured in billions of pounds into our economy and jobs across the whole of the United Kingdom. So it is a really important, significant day. And look, it's been promised many times over the last 8 years. Prime Minister Modi and I decided in Brazil last year that we would move at pace in relation to these negotiations. We've done that in a serious way, in a pragmatic way, and we're able to show that that's what delivers results. So I'm really pleased for working people across the country who will feel the benefits of this.
In a move that's already being described as a slap in the face to working Britons, Sir Keir Starmer's government has just agreed to hand Indian migrants a massive tax break, while British citizens are left drowning under the weight of the highest tax burden in modern history. Yes, you heard that right. As part of a historic new UK-India trade deal announced today, one being spun as the biggest and most significant post-Brexit agreement, Indian workers coming to the UK will now be exempt from paying national insurance contributions for up to 3 years. That's right, while British families and businesses are squeezed to the bone by hikes to national insurance and income tax under Labour's own budget plans, migrant professionals from India will effectively get a free pass. New Delhi celebrated the victory in no uncertain terms. India's government hailed it as an unprecedented achievement, proudly declaring, "India has secured an exemption for Indian workers temporarily in the UK and their employers from paying social security contributions for a period of 3 years. This will make Indian service providers significantly more competitive in the UK." Translation: Indian workers won't pay into the British system, but they'll take full advantage of it. And it's not just individuals. Their employers are exempt too. That means big companies bringing in foreign staff will save money, while British businesses foot the bill. It's hard to imagine a more insulting betrayal to the millions of UK workers who've just been hammered by Chancellor Rachel Reeves's brutal tax raid, which raised employer national insurance contributions across the board. This is why many are calling this deal a disaster in disguise. The Centre for Migration Control didn't mince words. In a statement released just after the deal was announced, they said, "This deal hands far too many concessions to Indian workers, awarding an exemption from national insurance contributions. We are through the looking glass. HM government is now raising taxes on Brits while slashing them for migrants." Even Labour's own allies appear rattled by the optics. Shadow Business Secretary Andrew Griffith warned, "Keir Starmer has just signed a deal which exempts Indian workers transferred to the UK from paying national insurance after increasing it for British workers. Every time Keir Starmer negotiates, Britain loses." It's a stinging indictment, and one that's only growing louder. But despite the backlash, Starmer is standing firm, insisting that the UK stood its ground, and that the final agreement is in the national interest. In a press statement, he claimed, "There were tough negotiations on both sides, as you would expect, but because we were serious and pragmatic, we were able to resolve the difficulties that have held this up for the best part of 8 years. My approach to the negotiations, my instruction to the team was, we will always act in our national interest and make sure that this is a deal that works for Britain, and that's what we've been able to produce. But here's the problem. Who is it really working for? Because it's certainly not working for the 27 million British taxpayers now forking over more of their hard-earned money in the middle of a cost of living crisis. It's not working for UK businesses being punished with higher payroll taxes. And it's certainly not working for young Britons trying to find employment in an already saturated job market, now competing against companies who are financially incentivized to bring in workers from abroad. Let's call this what it is: reverse discrimination, baked into a trade deal, wrapped in post-Brexit spin, and sold to the British people as a win. But the numbers don't lie, and neither does the policy. Under Starmer's leadership, the Labour government is hiking taxes for Britons while cutting them for foreign migrants, and doing it with a straight face. This isn't just bad policy, it's a betrayal of British workers. And if this is what Labour calls economic fairness, it's no wonder public trust is collapsing, because once again, the people footing the bill are being left behind. This is how Nigel Farage reacted.
So Keir Starmer has signed a free trade deal with India. Good, you might think. India, very, very important country, and one with whom we do need closer links and relations. And yet, if we look at the detail, it's truly extraordinary. So a company can transfer workers from India to the UK. Those workers here will not pay any national insurance for at least 3 years. So at the very same time, they're getting a big tax exemption. Taxes on British workers have been put up since the Labour government came to power. Worse still, remember what happened at the budget? Employers' national insurance went up by 2% for each worker, costing companies on average at least £1,000 a year per worker. And yet, companies that bring in Indian workers, the companies themselves, will pay no national insurance either. It means overall, it's about 20% cheaper to employ an Indian after this deal than it is to employ a British worker. On top of that, there are no limits to this deal at all. And bear in mind that 500,000 people, yes, 500,000 people, have come into the UK from India in the last 2 years alone. It's honestly impossible to predict how many hundreds of thousands more will come on this deal. There's been no impact assessment, no analysis of cost, and absolutely no analysis of what this will mean for burdens on the health service and elsewhere. This government doesn't give a damn about working people. The Labour Party have this time, in a big, big way, betrayed working Britain. And that's why many people voted for us last Thursday. But for some reason, the government just doesn't seem to understand. Reform UK are the party of British workers. This deal is truly appalling. And I think what you'll see is Starmer's ratings in the polls plummet further.
Starmer has let the working people down again. He's put the wants of others ahead of the needs of his own people once again. Every time this man shows his face, the British people seem to suffer. What sort of leader is he? What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.